joining us this afternoon. Just a little bit of information. This event began 8 years ago to recognize our most accomplished students for a consistent and high level of academic success. And not only demonstrating success during their time in high school, but doing so while taking advantage of our most challenging coursework that we have to offer here at Harding. They're being recognized, you're being recognized this afternoon is not reflected so much of a good grading period or a good school year, but it is due to your diligence, to these students' diligence throughout their time in high school. And that is something that certainly deserves to be applied. So if you would, just join me right now in just giving a round of applause to our students. So again, and also congratulations and well done to the parents, because I know that this does not happen for our students alone. They are not working in isolation, but their success is due to the shoulders that they stand on. Before we go any further, I would like to recognize a few special guests from our district and Warren G. Harding High School who's joining us this afternoon. We have a couple of our central office administrators, our director of state federal funds, Ms. Chris Barrow has joined us today. Thank you. Also, our director of community outreach, Jill Marola, is with us this afternoon. Has come to support. Also, administrators from Warren G. Harding High School includes teacher on special assignment, Ms. Jody Austin Brown, same principal, Mr. Jim Brazil, our supervisor of school improvement, Jennifer Canberry, our freshman principal, Ms. Janice Ulisny, and our sophomore and junior principal, Holly Simons, who's joining us as well. So let's give them a hand for coming out to support. A few notes of housekeeping for our guests in the building. Restrooms are available. You can kind of go out the door that you came in and immediately to your left. Our restrooms, men's and women's facilities are there. As you can see, we do have limited seating today. Our tables are spaced out due to wanting to follow the banquet protocols due to the pandemic. So again, since we are following the banquet protocols there, students, when you come up to the stage and approach the stage, you would wear your mask at that time. But as long as you're at your table while you're eating and since you're socially distanced with your family, you do not have to wear the mask throughout the event, again, while the dining is going on. But we do ask that if you get up from the table, from your dinner, that you do resume wearing a mask. So again, welcome. We thank you for taking time to join us this afternoon. And another administrator, the leader of our district from the central office as well, Superintendent Mr. Steve Shirose, is going to come with some additional remarks for you here today. Mr. Shirose.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to not only recognize our students that are here celebrating with us today, but also to take a moment to thank you for being such a significant impact and influence in the lives of the children that we are celebrating and that we're honoring today. This event, as Mr. Caper said, was designed to celebrate great work of students and their dedication, but also to do the same for their significant family members that have worked hard to support that difference. When times are tough, when times are great, but today's the day we really need to take time to celebrate. And I don't know how to say it other than thank you. Thank you for the students and everything that you have pushed through to get here today. Enjoy the best way you can the next month as we push through to graduation. Take time to enjoy all the good times along the way. This event is obviously very special to the work in the Warren City Schools because, unless I'm wrong, Mr. Capers, this is our first public event in 15 months. Correct? This is the first time, and this event is that special to us that we had to make it happen. And I'm sure for the soon-to-be graduates in the class of 2021 that are here, that prom's important, graduation's important. For us, celebrating you is just not. It's even more important. Because today is about you, today is about your accomplishments, and all the great things that have taken place. I also want to say that we're blessed today because we have a featured speaker that is an alumni of the year. I don't remember, nor would I say if I did, but our featured guest speaker this afternoon is someone who could be described as successful, smart, friend, someone who genuinely cares about Warren and children and students in the Warren City Schools. And I am looking forward to great anticipation for something that is going to be a lot more probably well-received comment-wise than my remarks of talking at you compared to someone as smart and caring as our guest this afternoon. So we're going to bring all these things together because this is a very special event. I have to say this, one other thing, that this is one of the things that has not only gotten me through the many years of the work that we do, and I always try to put a comment out there for our students. At graduations, if I haven't spoken in 15 months, you guys are going to get a lot of stuff from me. I'm going to put it all in. Everything I normally tell you guys as seniors, your Renaissance comments, I'm putting them all together in one. So get ready for a graduation speech. It's going to give you more knowledge you didn't want to hear. But I do want to say, one thing that has gotten me through the last several months and gotten us here today is 3 words. No bad days. No bad days. It's a theme that I try to run through my life. And if you don't have something special in your life, then I say just try it for a day or try it for a week. Wake up in the morning and say no bad days. Today's a great day. We're here. We made it here. We're here together. We're here with you. We're celebrating you. We're honoring you. Today, clearly a day that falls under no bad days. So the graduates of 2021 wake up tomorrow morning and think of that for a second and think about how there really are no bad days. Lastly, I want to thank Mr. Capers for the vision of this 8 years ago and bringing it to what is today through many different ways and many different venues and enable us to celebrate you. And a special thanks to AVI Foodsystems for once again being a special part of supporting the good work that our students have done. Thank you. Enjoy the afternoon. Mr. Capers, all you.
Thank you, Mr. Shiro. Another element, special element that we have incorporated into this event over the years has been the contributions of our teaching staff. Again, to kind of share reflections and to be a part of this, because we know, as the saying goes, it takes a village, or it takes a community, and it really does. The support of parents, but also the support of staff members along the way. We had to make some modifications this year in order to limit attendance and some different things in response to some of the protocols that we were following. But we still wanted to have an opportunity to have the voice of our staff be reflected in our comments and to be a part of this ceremony today. So usually we would have a staff member introduce or present each kid, but this year we had our students select, nominate, and then vote on a speaker to represent the staff at this event today. The students before you today selected Mr. Fred Whitaker, who's an English and also a broadcasting teacher here at Harding High School. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Whitaker, who's going to come out and give a speech and give remarks on behalf of the Warren G. Harding faculty. Mr. Whitaker.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, I want to recognize all the familiar faces that I see out here today. What a great collection of students and families. So just enjoy this moment because you've earned it. Worked hard to get here. I want to take a second to say that I simply cannot express what a tremendous honor it is to be given this opportunity to speak to you today. From my understanding, many of the students in this room nominated several teachers who have been influential for them during their time at Warren G. Harding High School. I and several colleagues were very lucky to be chosen because having a strong influence on the children who are the future movers and shakers of the world is, by my estimation, the most rewarding aspect of our careers. Once the list of these teachers was finalized, one was chosen to speak on behalf of said faculty. Being selected as that teacher is a distinguished opportunity, both because I love and respect the students and parents that are sitting here right now, and because I love and cherish my colleagues. I've been teaching at Harding for 21 years, and it's been the great joy of my life. So thank you for letting me be here with you to celebrate all the immeasurable accomplishments that you've achieved in our hallways, and in more recent times, in front of a glowing list of Teams assignments, sitting at the end of your bed in your sweatpants, rolling your eyes, and feeling exasperated by the list of tasks before you. You've done them. You're here now. So let the feeling wash over you for a moment, seniors. You're almost there. You've achieved so very much. Now, I'd like to focus my attention briefly on something that is almost, but not quite, as epic. And that is Elton John's 1985 LP, Ice on Fire. Now, some might be saying, is that even an Elton John album? Well, barely, but we'll get to that. This album first came into my life when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I spent much of my early years playing my mother's and father's albums. There were some Queen records. Cover of their album, News of the World, is quite terrifying. Terrified me then. It's still kind of terrifying now. Bread, the Carpenters, Willie Nelson. But every parent knows if they have a child that loves something, they will love it to death until you hate it. The same movies, the same shows, the same bedtime stories. Children love familiarity and routine. And up until 1985, for me, that routine consisted of Kenny Rogers' song, The Gambler. From a very, very young age, I sang that song almost every day, multiple times a day. I think my mom thought it was kind of cute at first, but the deep sighs and exasperation as I dropped the needle on that same track, on that same record, over and over again, slowly started to begin to peel away the psychological layers of her mental onion. But kids don't care. They love what they love, and they want to hear it, or see it, or hold it again and again. But one day I saw a video on television for Elton John's song, Nikita. I didn't have the record at first, so I just sat near the TV on many occasions, hoping it would play again. Or I turned on the radio and hoped. There was no YouTube, y'all. No video on demand. You just had to sit and wait. The lyrics were about a beautiful woman who the singer could not attain. Not because she was too beautiful or too radiant, although Nikita was all of those things. No. She was an alluring woman who was an East German border guard working on the opposite side of the Berlin Wall. I didn't really know at 7 or 8 what any of that meant. I knew that I loved the song, and more importantly, I knew that the shackles of my youth would surely fall away. Kenny Rogers and the Gambler? That's old news. The new thing was Elton John and Nikita. I begged my parents to buy me a copy of Ice on Fire, and they did. I boldly proclaimed to my mother that after multiple listens, this Ice on Fire album was surely the greatest album I would ever hear. I kept revisiting it over and over and over again. I think my mom was A, happy that I moved on to other songs, and B, I tucked Kenny Rogers way back in the record box. I was formulating my own decisions and opinions. That's what you do when you grow. You formulate a mindset, and you decide where things are shaking out around you. So why did I bring this album to this event with me? Why do I talk about it in front of seniors who are ready to tackle the next vital moment in their lives? It's because I look back on this album much like they will likely look back on their years at Harding. Ice on Fire allowed me to take ownership of the things that I held most dear at a formidable time in my life. I had guidance from my mother, who looked at my newfound movement as something she welcomed, and yet something she was slightly hesitant about. In fact, I'm sure within a brief time of moving on from Kenny Rogers, there was a small part of her that wished that I could go back there and be there again and play the Gambler a few more hundred times. However, unlike Ice on Fire, you can look back on this time fondly. Out of Elton John's 30 studio albums he's released in the last 5 decades, Ice on Fire likely ranks somewhere around number 29. It might be his worst album. But for me, it marked a personal watershed moment, a moment of becoming. Your years at Harding High School will be the basis of your passions, your pursuits, your academic successes, and it will be the place where you shaped your working habits. Some good, some you might still have to work on, but we all have to work on those. Any adult will tell you it's a constant process. Now, as mentioned earlier, I'm speaking for many of my colleagues. We're always torn because getting you to graduation is our job, and yet we are sad to see you go. We miss you. But we want to see you find a fulfilling life and a joyous and rewarding career. So I took this opportunity to reach out to them, the faculty you nominated, so they could share brief hopes or reflections on their time with you at Warren G. Harding. Here's what they had to say. Mr. Ensley would like to say, congratulations, academic achievers. As you move on to the next phase of your life, always remember the lessons you've learned and experiences you've gained during your time at Warren G. Harding. You've left lasting impressions with him, and he's forever grateful for this. Remain steadfast in your decisions and enjoy every moment. Ms. Wilson, who's known for her kindness and patience, and I threw that in there, she didn't say that herself. I would like to say with love, class of 2021, congratulations for making it through an exceptional year. You've shown resilience in times of great difficulty, boldness in the face of adversity, and hope in times of trouble. Continue to use your unique gifts to better humanity as you pursue knowledge and justice, as there is much, much work left to be done. Our future is now in your hands. We at WGH will always be your family. We are watching you, and we'll always remember the strength and character of the class of 2021. Mrs. Porterfield states, I hope you will take with you a continued focus to be true to yourselves. College is a great time to experiment and explore, but don't forget who you are and what you value. Don't be easily influenced and know your limitations. Keep being true to you. Ms. Burns, who wrote her statement in English and not in Spanish, because nobody wants to see me try that today, says, this year's class is resilient. You have faced struggles of a global pandemic, and definitely a not-so-typical school year, but you have persevered. The relationships you formed with the class of 2021 will last her a lifetime. She's very proud of the drive and dedication you've had, and she has no doubt you will become future leaders and build a better world and community for us all. That's a lot of expectations, so you got to step it up. Mr. Mock states he hopes that you will step out of your comfort zone in order to take advantage of every opportunity life has in store for you. You'll never know the true extent of your abilities unless you push yourself further than others would ever dream, because your only real limits are the ones you place on yourself. Mrs. Hayes says that her hope is that this year's seniors will look back and know that you are a historic class. You've not only had to go through the normal school rigor, you've had to navigate the COVID-19 pandemic. There is a possibility to look back on this time in a negative light, but she hopes that you will look back on a positive light. She hopes you'll take these experiences and use them to motivate and drive you forward to do wonderful things. She's very proud of you and this group for stepping up to the challenges of the pandemic and successfully finishing your high school careers. My good friend and legendary golfer, Mr. Molo, hopes that you will leave here with a philosophical, educational, and academic idea that will prompt you to continue that inquiry for knowledge and growth in your collegiate and career endeavors. He says he wishes you well, class of 2021. Mr. Young, band leader extraordinaire and fellow 49ers fan, says, I hope you will take from WGH your variety of experiences through all 4 years across all different subjects, including curricular, extracurricular, and volunteering, to help continue to grow yourself in the future without ever forgetting about your past. And lastly, the incomparable Mrs. Rentz. She hopes you know that she is proud of each and every one of you. You may not realize it, but she has learned more from you when you were in her class than you ever learned from her. Know that she's always here, and she loves you. She truly appreciates you for allowing her to be such a big part of your lives. And now I'm closing my statements to you. First, listen to Elton John. But like Goodbye Elbert Road, or Madman Across the Water, or even 2001's Songs from West Coast, you don't really need to go back and listen to Ice on Fire, because it's pretty terrible, except for Nikita. You should check that out. Kind of cheesy, but good song. Then, I took the liberty of allowing my AP language class to write journals last week. I asked them to write advice from senior them to freshman them. So here anonymously, is what a few of them said. One student said, know who your friends are no matter how long you've known them. Another student says, handle what classes you can handle and avoid senioritis as much as possible. Just keep pushing forward and achieve anything you put your mind to. No matter what, you'll get through it. A third student says, don't stress yourself out. Everything will be okay. Be outgoing and make as many good friends as possible. Another student says, go hard from the very beginning. It means you should stay focused and go above and beyond because your hard work will pay off ultimately in the long run. Another student says, don't always be too focused on grades alone. Really, those don't matter as much as the experiences that you will have. The hardships you will go through and the memories you will make will be far better than the grades. One student then wrote that they told themselves to drop out of high school and become a Minecraft streamer. So maybe don't listen to that one. And lastly, you may believe that you're going to do one thing, but don't just write off other things you can end up doing because people are telling you not to. What you are doing now is not the only thing that you can do. So there you go. The funny thing about all this advice, except for the Minecraft streaming one, is that you can give this advice to high school freshman you, but they actually are more applicable to college freshman you, or to you on your first day in an exciting new job or a new life opportunity. All of this applies, even more then, than it would to you when you were 14 or 15 years old. So listen to your own advice right now. Push for the things you need. Strive for the career you desire. Demand the things you deserve. You are ready. And the world needs you. And unlike the guy in the Nikita song, don't let any walls stand in your way. Because eventually, through persistence, those walls will crumble. And you will find fulfillment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Whitaker. I really appreciate those remarks and the speech and bringing that all together for that representation from our staff. At this point, we are going to serve our entrees for lunch. And another tradition that we've had during this event has been to have either recent alum or current students perform at the event to give us some dinner time music. While we don't have any live entertainment, I am pleased to welcome Sean Jones via CD or via digital download. He'll be providing the dinner entertainment as I'll push play on the iPad there. And that's what you'll actually be hearing. Sean Jones is a 1996 graduate of WGH High School and a member of our Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame. Will be providing the dinner entertainment. So enjoy. So thank you. During her presidency, AVI achieved Women's Business Enterprise status, certified by WGH as one of the largest women-owned and operated businesses in America. In 2007, Patsy was honored by Women's Enterprise USA magazine and was added to the top 100 list of key women's business enterprises which influence diversity practices in corporate America. Her passion and a major focus of her time is a Warren-based nonprofit outreach organization, Inspiring Minds, whose mission is to engage, inspire, and empower youth to reach their full potential through education and exposure to life-changing experience. Their goal is to inspire youth to discover their passions and equip them with the tools needed to pursue them. As a mentor, she dedicates her time developing and encouraging her young adult students. Today, due to her commitment to Inspiring Minds, her role with AVI has evolved to the vice chair of the board. Patsy is passionate about mentoring, guiding, and empowering women in business, helping to make them more distinguished in the workplace. She has two daughters, Kristen and Kaylin, and not mentioned in the bio is that she is an ardent supporter, not just our Warren community, but of Warren City Schools. So please give a warm round of applause to Ms. Patsy.
If you don't mind, I'm going to have a seat rather than a podium. So first I want to say hi and acknowledge I have some Inspiring Minds students here today. And so if they could just like raise their hand and say hi. I'm so proud of them because many of them I've known since middle school and when they were younger, so it's nice to see them here and represent our organization. So I drive by Harding probably once or twice a day and have a huge sense of pride as I drive by the school. Pride that for our school, that I graduated here, proud of our city, and most importantly, proud of all of our students that have attended here. So it's with great honor that you honored me today to be here to celebrate you. And so what I thought I'd do to do something a little different today, at your tables for all the students, you have a black bag. And so if you could get that handy and then kind of just go through it and do a little bit more interactive. So, just to make sure that I was on course, I looked up what the word pride actually means to make sure that I was on track. So the actual definition of pride is a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's own achievements. So all of you today should have a lot of pride for what you've achieved. And the verb of pride is being proud. So we're going to focus on you today and focus on what your achievements and your accomplishments have been over these past 4 years here at Harding and throughout your entire years here in Warren City Schools. In your bag is a mirror. So if you want to grab that mirror. And the mirror is two-sided. One side is 1 times magnifying, and then the other side is the 3 times magnifying glass of the mirror. So you want to grab that. And there's also a marker in that bag. So you're all the students. This sounds like school, right? An assignment, teacher. So with the marker, start to think, this has been a challenging 14 months. This has been tough on everyone. It's been tough on you students, it's been tough on your parents, it's been tough on our teachers, our administrators, it's been tough on everyone, grandparents, family members. Everyone has had a rough, tough 14, 15 months. But you have been determined enough and stayed motivated enough to make it to here today, because it would have been very easy for you to slack off and not be able to keep those grades up and continue doing as well as you've done. So here you are today. So take that mirror, and I want you to look in the mirror, smile first at yourself. I know this might be a little bit odd, but look in the mirror, and we're going to do the 1 time, the one that like right on the side of the mirror. So take that mirror, look in the mirror, smile at yourself first, which we don't do many times. We don't smile enough at ourselves. And write on the mirror what you're most proud of. So what are you proud of? What do you feel that you've accomplished these last 14, 15 months? And what have you done to get you here today? So go ahead and write yourself a message right on the mirror. Why are you here today? What got you here? What did you do? If you feel comfortable, you can share that with your family at the table. You can show them, or if you want to keep it to yourself, show them. Great. Now, are you still smiling? Because you should be. You should be proud. Now, turn the mirror to the other side, which is 3 times magnification. And continuing to smile, as you should. Now you're looking even closer at yourself. So you're up close, a little awkward, right? Because you're like right there in front of Jesus Christ. Okay? Continue to smile. You should still be smiling and proud of yourself. And where do you see yourself in 5 years? So 5 years from today, where do you want to see yourself? Or who will you be? And you can write that message on there. And you can share that with your table also if you're comfortable. So these mirrors are yours to take with you, and you can keep the same messages that you have written today, or you can change them as you go through your journey, but they're yours, and they're yours to remind yourself to stay true to yourself and keep your focus as you travel through the next years of your life, trying to find your way and figuring out what you want to do. So those are yours to keep. Now we'll go to our next activity. Make this more fun. In your bag, you have a planner. And all my Inspiring Minds students are like, oh my gosh, there she is again with the planner. So here's your planner. And if you turn to the first page, it says personal profile. So jot down your name. Oh, there's a pen in there also for you in the bag that you guys can use for this. So jot your name and one word that best describes you. So describing yourself, what's one word that's really special that best describes you? Write that. There. And then towards the bottom of the page, it says friends and family. List one person that you are thankful for. I know you're thankful for many, but what's one person that comes to mind that you're thankful for? And then turn to July 1st, 2021. So that's just in a few weeks. So July 1st of 2021, you'll be done with school, graduation is over, no more teachers nagging you, no more parents nagging you, you're done, senioritis is done, no more SATs, no one asking you about college applications. Now the only thing probably people will be telling you, are you working? Did you get your summer job yet? You still will have a little bit of nagging, that's what we do as parents. But now it's July 1st. What are you most looking forward to? So going forward, graduation parties are pretty much winding down. You've been through prom. What are you looking forward to going forward? So it's January 1st, 2021. You can jot that in there. What can't you wait for? Then, fast forward to July 1st, 2022. That's in your planner also, so it's towards the back. So July 1st, 2022, over a year from now. Here you can jot down, what do you want to have accomplished by now? So it's been 1 year. What do you want to have done, check mark, and that you're going to be proud of in your first year of after high school graduation? And then the back of the planner, it says, today's the new beginning. At the top is like the back of the card-bound planner. At the top, this is where I want you to jot down, focus on me. This is going to be all about you and putting yourself first. And I know a lot of times that we think that if we put ourselves first, that's being selfish, or it's not caring about other people. You can still do that too. You can care about other people and put yourself first. So putting yourself first and keeping your focus going forward into your journey of life is important. So writing down, put myself first. What are 3 things that you want to start to do or continue doing that you take care of yourself mentally, that you can stay mentally balanced as you go through this next journey? Because there'll be change and there'll be a lot of differences of what you've had in your first 18 years. So what do you want to do? 3 things to keep yourself balanced and mentally healthy. And then list 3 things that you can physically do to keep yourself physically healthy. So you can focus on you. So what are 3 things for physically that you can do to keep yourself healthy? And then lastly, put 1 thing that you can do to help someone else. What can you do to be able to reach out to someone who's in need or someone that you can help? Because we always have to remember to reach out and help other people too. So this planner is yours to take. Hopefully it'll help you stay focused and keep on track over your next many years of your journey. And as you find out what you want to do and navigate through, and you'll go forward and then you'll go backwards a couple steps and you'll go forward again. That's what we all do as adults also. So this is for you to take with you. Continue to take care of yourself, both mentally and physically, as you go through your journey. Stay proud. Today's a proud day. We're celebrating you, which is important. And remember, as much as you want to get out of this school and you can't wait to walk out of here, this school really does love you, and this city loves you, and your parents and family and friends who are here today, everyone in this room is very proud and loves you also. So keep that in mind. I'm excited to follow your dreams and your journey and see how well each of you do. You're going to do great. And I have a very true friend, but he already used the quote because he was up here earlier. We share this quote: there are no bad days. I know that sometimes you think the day you're having is the worst, but you'll get through it, and I know you guys have this. So enjoy the next few years, and you guys are going to do great. You got this. Thank you.
Give her another hand. Appreciate the impressionable message and something to kind of take away that will resonate and will left an impression for some time to come. So thank you again for sharing your time and your insights with us and our students here today. So now we are at the, I guess, the high point of this afternoon here, the awarding of our honors medals. I'm going to have Mr. Brazil come up to help us with this portion. But for each student, we are going to call you up by your honors designation. The first will be the summa cum laude graduates, and we would, when you're called as a group, summa, magna, and also cum laude, just come and take a spot on one of the W's over here. Then Mr. Brazil will announce your name, some of your future plans. You'll come up, and then you'll be adorned with this honor medal, which signifies the honors designation that you've earned with that. And then it's also suspended by a blue ribbon. That blue represents academic achievement. We'll place this around your head, and you will be able to wear that proudly here for the remainder of this afternoon. And then this is also something that you will wear at commencement along with your honor stole with that as well. So again, just to signify your high achievement today, and again, congratulations with that. But at this time, we would have our summa cum laude graduates. If you can just come and stand on one of the W's here, and as Mr. Razilla announces your name, you'll come up on the stage. Again, be adored with the medal, and then take a spot on one of the W's again. We're going to stay social distance, of course, at the end of the stage, and then we will announce you as we close.
Before I announce the summa cum laude honorees, I'd like to personally congratulate each and every one of you for all of your successes in and out of the classroom, and I do wish you all future success in whatever it is, whatever road it is that you go down in the future. So I just wanted to say that. Haley Barnes. Haley will be attending Norwich University in Vermont. She will be majoring in biochemistry and minoring in psychology. Isabella Izzy Jackson. Isabella will be attending Spelman College. And she currently, right now, is undecided, but is leaning towards psychology to become a family therapist. Madison James. Madison will be attending Youngstown State University, double major, education and psychology. Kiara Smith. Kiara will be attending the Ohio State University with a major in accounting and a minor in criminal justice. Erica Simpson. Erica plans on attending the University of Akron, where she will be pursuing a degree in business management. Caden Schweitzer. Caden will be attending the Ohio State University, where she plans on studying environmental science with a focus on marine life. Destiny Toad. Destiny is planning on attending Miami University, where she will be studying mechanical engineering. Samuel Waldman. Samuel will be attending the University of Findlay, where he will be double majoring in animal science and biology with a pre-veterinarian focus. Lola Winbush. Lola will be attending the Ohio State University Fisher College, to earn a master's degree in business. She was also accepted into the Ohio University Business Scholars Program. Matthew Benzel. Matthew will be attending the University of Tampa, majoring in marine biology and minoring in music and environmental science. Honorees, you can come up here. Yasmin Angel. Yasmin will be attending Cleveland State University this fall. She's aiming to receive her Bachelor of Science in Nursing and aspiration of being a labor and delivery nurse. Faith Birch. Faith will be attending Cleveland State University to continue her basketball career, where she will be majoring in psychology and a minor in sociology. Ethan Coffey. Ethan will be attending Kent State University this fall to major in architecture and minor in Italian. One of our students is not here, and that is Mason McVicker, who will be attending Youngstown State University to major in mechanical engineering. Katia Mazem. Katia will be attending Kent State University to study UI/UX design as a minor and majoring in psychology. Reagan Rivera. Reagan will be attending Youngstown State University, where she is currently already studying to become a history teacher. Elizabeth Ramsey. Elizabeth has committed to serving her country in the United States Army. One more round of applause for our Joanna will be attending Kent State University at the Trumbull branch. Plans on transferring to the main branch after 2 years. She's currently undecided in her major, but she already knows she will be minoring in American Sign Language. Najah will be attending Kent State University, majoring in biomedical science. Brendan Friedman. Brendan will be attending Capital University, where he plans on majoring in music technology with a minor, in business management and accounting. Elizabeth Casos. Elizabeth plans on going to the University of Wyoming, where she will be studying astrophysics. Rachel Hill Ronan. Rachel plans on attending Kent State University, majoring in criminology and justice studies with a minor in psychology. Jack Clables. Jack will be attending Bowling Green State University, majoring in digital media productions and minoring in marketing. Kyla Turner. Kyla plans on attending Youngstown State University, where she will be majoring in finance and minoring in education. One more round of applause for
How about another hand for all of our certainly deserving of this thank again our guest speakers who were with us today, Mr. Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Steve Shiro, ELA teacher and broadcasting teacher, Mr. Fred Whitaker, and our featured speaker, Ms. Patsy Kugas, for taking the time to share their insights and their reflections with you all today. Again, thank you very much. Congratulations, and please enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And just one last time, again, Mr. Shiro's question earlier, I would like to thank AVI Foodsystems again for the wonderful lunch, for their enduring support of this event. Again, appreciate them not only providing the food, but taking care of a number of the aspects that go along with today. The food was phenomenal, so thank you to Frank and the staff for all that they've done today. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.